So I want to take this time and share my thoughts on how Ubisoft can potentially save Assassin's Creed Shadows and maybe even dig their company out of the hole. As I mentioned in a prior video that I will link somewhere here, I do believe that the character Yasuke should be removed from Assassin's Creed Shadows, at least at launch. And I strongly believe that a male shinobi should be created, and that male shinobi should be a little bit more tanky than Naoe, because Naoe is the very, she's the speedster. And this is why I brought up the game Tenchu, Stealth Assassins, which a few people have commented, we have a shared love of that game, and maybe you two as well. Because in that game you had Rikimaru and you had Ayame. And I feel that Ubisoft has a very unexpected opportunity to create this Assassin's Creed Shadows game as sort of like a spiritual successor to Tenchu, because quite frankly, there's no other developer that's doing that. The franchise of Tenchu has unfortunately been on ice for years. I would love for it to come back, a remaster, and maybe even better, a brand new Tenchu game brought up, in next generation graphics. But I digress. I feel that a male shinobi character with Naoe performing assassinations, double and tripling down on the stealth aspect of Assassin's Creed Shadows. The mere fact that Shadows is in the name, you would think that you would focus more so on stealth, right? Because quite frankly, I don't feel we really need a samurai in this game. You have Ghosts of Tsushima, right? On the PlayStation side, which from what I've heard, is a fantastic game. They also have announced Ghosts of Yotai with a female lead. I'm sure that's going to be a great game. So why bother dedicating resources to integrate a samurai base character that's not even... I just feel like it's just the wrong move. So I do believe that the removal of Yasuke and integrating a male shinobi would be a far better decision. Also, the CEO and everybody involved that's at a top level of that game needs to make a very sincere public apology to the entire nation of Japan. I mean, the things that I am hearing and reading that they have done is wholeheartedly egregious. And I don't know if that bridge can be salvaged. I really don't. I hope so, but I don't know. From what I understand, Ubisoft has made tons and tons of screw ups, disrespecting the culture, disrespecting the landscape, disrespecting their shrines, their religion. I've heard of all sorts of things, and I'm not Asian, so I can't speak to that in depth, but from what I know, it's very significant. Not to mention, Ubisoft's stock is literally in the toilet. Last I checked, I think it was like $9 and change. I'll probably check it again after this segment I'm recording right now. But it's insane, the firestorm that Ubisoft has swirled up. Just partly pandering to the woke mob. There are other things that Ubisoft has done, as another commenter has mentioned to me, and I'm well aware. It's just that in that particular video that he commented on, I wasn't speaking on Ubisoft as a whole. I was just merely speaking on Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I'm currently doing now. But I'm just wondering what you guys think. Do you think that introducing a male shinobi character to pair with Naoe is a good decision? Personally, I feel that is a good decision. It's something I would love to see. I can also see in the game where they are doing their missions exploring, assassinating, going after their targets, and every now and then you'll catch, maybe have an interaction with Yasuke, or you'll see him doing something, speaking to somebody, but you can't really quite tell what's going on. And then you see him kind of go off on his own path, and you really don't know what's going on as the player. And then when Ubisoft decides to introduce him as DLC, it will kind of fill in those gaps, and it will take you on those missions that Yasuke was in that you had no idea what he was doing. I feel that would be very, very cool. They should approach Yasuke from a historical character aspect, as in we can all agree that he existed. He came over on I think a Portuguese ship, and yeah, he was in that time period. He was black, but what we don't know for certain is whether he was a samurai or not. Personally speaking, I don't really care, but there are many people out there that do. And I feel that Ubisoft has handled this whole situation horribly. So I don't know if there is hope for this game. I do feel if they were to do my suggestion, it will probably be difficult, but I would think that the Japanese public, the people, would look at that as an honest apology, and that Ubisoft is taking this very seriously. Hire a few truly dedicated Japanese historians. I don't care what you have to pay them. Bring them into the game and fix all of the things that are fixable regarding the structure, regarding the torii gates, regarding respecting their culture. And I think that will be a great step in the right direction. I'm aware that there'll probably be YouTubers out there that'll probably say stuff like, Ubisoft has removed Yasuke, they've backed off. That's what us YouTubers do. But I feel like this is something that Ubisoft has to do, because if they release this game February 14th of next year and they haven't changed nothing, I think the game will be dead in the water, personally speaking. And if I'm really being honest with you, it's not so much that I really want to play that game. It's just that I want to play an open world ninja game. That's that's just the core of me. And I don't know if that's you as well. If there's whatever game, if there is a possible stealth option in that game, I'm 9 times out of 10 going to take it, right? So like if I'm playing Far Cry 5, Far Cry 6, I'm going to take the stealth route, the stealth option. If I'm playing Cyberpunk, I'm going to take the stealth route. I'm always going to take the stealth route unless it's just a straight up shoot 'em up or beat 'em up. So when I saw Assassin's Creed Shadows, I looked at that as an opportunity to finally get that Tenchu-like experience. And so it's not that I really wanted Assassin's Creed Shadows in and out of itself. I just wanted to play as a ninja, get that experience of having stealth, creeping up on the enemy, basically Tenchu. That's what I wanted. And maybe you can relate to this, but that's what I wanted. But to see all of the pandering to the woke the woke side, and the blatant disrespect of everything that the Japanese hold dear, even things that I'm not even aware of. I've seen a few Japanese YouTubers speak to it. I didn't even know it was that bad. I made a video on that one, the broken torii gate. I've made a video on that. It's just like, how can you screw up that bad? At some point, I question, is it really incompetence, or are you really that intentional? Especially the torii gate thing. Like, come on, man. Like, you didn't do enough research to not know that this, I would say it's sacred. This was the result of a a devastating calamity that happened to the Japanese people, and this was a remnant of that devastation and all of that death, and they put it in the background tastelessly to sell an effing toy. An effing toy. Like that's sickening, you know. And I know I'm a very small YouTuber, and you know, if any of you are still listening, you know, it really bothers me just how, the only reason why Yasuke was even in this game is because Ubisoft wanted to make that check on their DEI list. That's why. I've had a few people in the comments section, well, actually I think it was 2 at the time of this recording, that said I didn't know what I was talking about, that he said a bunch of reckless stuff. So if that guy is listening, or if you're one of those people that feel I don't know what I'm talking about, let me just let you in on something. Because I did a video on this as well, but like I said, I'm a small YouTuber. I don't really expect everybody to go flock to my videos like a Asmongold or anybody like that. But in that particular video, I explain what ESG is. ESG. And companies that continue to pander to the woke mob and also pander to the alphabet community and all of their mental illness nonsense, these are companies that get a set amount of money off the back end by having a very high ESG score, by checking as many DEI boxes as they possibly can. So it is my belief that when Ubisoft did their little bit of research, they saw, oh, there's a black character that existed in that time period of Japan. We're gonna add him. They must have known that character. His history was shrouded in mystery. There was a divide of people who said he was a samurai and said that he wasn't. That right there should have told Ubisoft, look, I don't think we should get in the middle of this. But getting back to the whole ESG thing, because Ubisoft saw that opportunity to add in a black character, they were able to tick off another box and probably keep their ESG score high and getting money off the back end. This is the main reason why this agenda is being pushed. The agenda of the alphabet community and the woke brigade. Because companies are getting compensated for this. That's just what it comes down to. And I don't think a lot of you are aware of this. I think everybody has heard of the Sweet Baby Inks. They've heard of DEI. But I don't think many people have heard of ESG. And ESG is the actual parent of all of this. Okay? DEI and the Sweet Baby Inks of the world, they are essentially working on behalf of ESG. That's basically what it is. So the more they can push their agendas, for instance, putting the stupid top scars in the Dragon Age Veilguard game, and then, you know, putting the black man in feudal Japan in the way that they're doing it, enforcing it, they're raising or keeping their high ESG scores by checking off those boxes. This is why so many companies do this. And I really want people to see this video and this portion of the video to understand that and do your own research. Because I don't have a reason to lie to you. I really don't. And I do not see a lot of YouTubers actually digging this up. I don't. They literally regurgitate the same talking points. And it's my attempt. Of course, I would love to earn your subscription. I want to get the watch time. But I also want to inform as well. And I'm just hoping that some, if not all of this, is resonating. And if it's not, I have no problem engaging in the comments section, you know, even if in points I didn't cover. Because I feel like this is a very serious issue. Like Ubisoft has basically disrespected an entire nation of people. And they skipped out on that Tokyo Game Show because they knew damn well if they would have went there, they would have got destroyed from a public relations standpoint. So they felt like, you know what, we're going to exit stage right. That's what they did. And so I'm hoping that they're going to remove Yasuke as a character. And I hope that they introduce a male shinobi. But if they don't, I see this game being a massive flop from a sales standpoint. And I wouldn't be surprised that there will be companies, larger companies, that may put in bids for a hostile takeover or just to outright buy Ubisoft entirely. I could see Sony or Microsoft aiming for that purchase. Because as of right now, Ubisoft is not in a great spot. And I'm very, very I'm saddened by what this game and this company has made the Japanese people feel, and my heart goes out to them. And like I said, I just want to play a ninja based game, open world, but this isn't the way. So hopefully if this video related to you, I will have no problem speaking more on this. I feel like doing a live stream, but I'm still new on the platform. So maybe when I get a couple of more subscribers, you know, I would love to field people's questions, engage. Because, you know, the people that left me a lot of good comments on the other video I made, I really appreciate it. And you guys left a lot of good comments, and I hope the same for this video. Anyway, take care.